So today we will see next problem statement which is based on string, array and pointers. What is the problem statement? That is, find the length of string without using stringlen built in our library function. We know that stringlen is a function which is provided in the string.h header file. Okay, so what is the prototype for that stringlen function? Stringlen, then prototype means what is the declaration of the function. Already this is the built-in function. This function is present in the string.h header file. So stringlen function we have to pass one argument, that is string type. Either you can pass character pointer str or character array. Clear? And what is the return type of the stringlen function? Integer. Means this functions return integer value. Okay, this is called as function prototype or function declaration for stringlen function. Okay, now when we use in this function in our program, we directly call what function call. What is the function called? Stringlen. Then suppose your string name is str, then call string, pass argument as a string. Okay, and what this function returns? This function returns length of this str string. So catch this into variable length which is of type integer length. Okay, by using stringlen function we directly calculate the length of the string. We know that. Okay, now the problem is don't use stringlen built-in function and we have to calculate length of the string. Previously we know that what is string? String is the character array, one-dimensional character array. Also we know second concept, that is string always ends with the null character or /0 character. Compiler automatically adds /0 at the end of the string if you initialize the string at the compile time. Okay, and when you initialize it at the runtime environment automatically adds /0 at the end of the string. That means every string ends with the /0 or null character. Understood the meaning? Next, now don't use stringlen function and calculate the length of the string. So we start writing our program. Before that, just we see what is the expected output on the screen. So this is your console. On the console, first message is enter any string. This is the message. On the next line, cursor is blinking. User enters some string, that is character array. Suppose x, y and z and press enter. Now what is the length of the string? String length is a 3. So last message is length of string is equal to, and what is the string length? 3. This is our expected output. Okay, as per this output means this is the user's requirement. As per the user requirement, now we have to write our code part. So code starts from including header files, but don't use string.h header file. Understood? So first stdio.h first header file, second hash include con.io.h second header file. After that start your writing your main program. So write void main. Clear? After that, first we have to declare our string, and this string is initialized at runtime because we enter the string at the runtime and assign to the your string variable. So declare the string, that is character array. Suppose chr, that is data type, then name of the string str and specify the length. What is the length? Suppose 50 characters. Then write comma or semicolon, give semicolon. After that write clear screen. That means whatever may be the output on the previous output on the console, that get erased by this built-in function, and this built-in function is present in the con.io.h header file. After that, first message, enter any string, means take the string from the user. So write printf enter any string slash n double quotes complete, parenthesis complete, and give semicolon at the end of the statement. Okay, so after this printf statement, next statement is scanf. So formatting type for scanning the string is %s. This is the formatting type. And when you scan the string, don't use ampersand. So write only name of the string. That means str. So write just the name of the string, that is str, and give the semicolon. So till that means what is the memory management? This is the part that is code we have to write on the IDE, that is blue screen. Next, this part is your console, that is output looks like this. Next part is internal memory management. Suppose this is our random access memory. On that, memory is reserved only for the variables. So string is a variable. So for the string, memory management is there. So first str of 0, str of 1, str of 2, str of 3, like that, str of 49. This is the memory management for the string, and this total name is str. Understood the meaning? Okay. Each and every location having address. Suppose this base address is starts from 100. So last base address is 149. 149. Total 15 bytes are reserved for this string. Next, when you first this message is printed on the console, that is enter any string. After that, for %s cursor is blinking. Then you enter the string, suppose x, y, z, and press enter. Then that string s is moved at the address location of str. Means first character x is assigned to str of 0, second character to str of 1, third character to str of 2, and automatically runtime environment, because we have to scan the string at the runtime. So runtime environment automatically adds /0 at the end of the string, that is null character. /0, that is the null character, automatically adds at the end of the string. Now after that, now we have to calculate what is the length of the string, means how many characters are present in that string. /0 is not counting in the string length. Okay, so there are only 3 characters, means length of the string is equal to 3. So now we have to calculate how we can calculate the string. So there are different ways. First way, using array index. String is the character array. So using array index, we have to calculate the length of the string. So we know that string always ends with the /0, that is null character. So we use loop. Suppose while str of I. Now for that, integer, declare integer I is initialized to 0. So meaning is str of 0 initially, not equal to /0. If single character is there, write single quotes. If string is there and you have to initialize, then use double quotes. Okay, so /0. So first character str of 0. What is the str of 0? At the address location x not equal to /0. Condition true, means entry to the while loop. So inside while loop, take another variable for calculating the length. So take another variable, integer type, length is equal to 0. Initially length is equal to 0. When you enter to the while loop, increment length, that is length plus. Okay, so for the length and I, memory get reserved. 2 bytes are reserved on the RAM, random access memory. So initial values are 0 and 0. If you enter into the while loop, length plus means length incremented by 1. So now length becomes 1. Okay, and also we want to increment I variable, that means I plus plus, because we have to compare now second character y with the slash 0. So increment I variable also. So now current value of I becomes 1. So this is the loop. So loop continues. So str of I, what is the current value of I? 1. So 1, str of 1, what is the character at the str of 1? Y. So y not equal to slash 0. Condition true. Condition true means entry to the while loop. Then length plus plus and I plus plus means I becomes 2, length becomes 2. Again loop continues. str of 2. What is the str of 2? Z. So z not equal to slash 0. Condition true. Again entry to the while loop. Length plus plus I plus plus. So length becomes 3. I becomes 3. Again loop continues. str of 3. What is the current value of I? 3. str of 3 what? Slash 0. So slash 0 not equal to slash 0. Condition false. And loop get terminated. After that means cursor goes out of this while loop. After coming out of while loop, what is the message? Length of the string is equal to 3. Means use printf length of string is equal to percentage d, okay, comma length, because length is stored into which variable? Length variable. Then give write statement get ch and complete the main function. Okay, in this way we can solve the problem of calculating length of the string without using built-in or library string length function. This is one way. Now second way, if anyone asks using pointers how to calculate length of the string, means don't use array, because here actually we can compare slash 0 with what? Array elements. Clear? Don't use array, use pointers and you can solve same problem statement. So similarly message is same, output is same on the console, memory management is also same, but use pointer means don't use I index. Instead of that don't use integer length 0, it is okay, but don't use index. What we have to use now? Character pointer p. Okay, so we use character pointer. And how to calculate length using pointer variable? So first p, initialize the p to what? Suppose here p is equal to, after scanning the strings you can use p is equal to what? Assign address. What is the character pointer? Character pointer, what character pointer stores? Character pointer stores address of another character type of variable. Okay, so write assign the address of str. So how? Just give p is equal to, just write p is equal to str. Just use p is equal to str. What is the meaning of that? P is the pointer type, and what pointer type stores? Address of str, that is base address. That means we cannot use I. Instead of I we use p, and p is pointer type. Now what p stores? str means base address of string str. So what is the base address? 100. So 100 is stored into p variable. So p points to this address location because it is a pointer type of variable. Understood the meaning? Next, don't use str of I. Instead of this we can use pointer variable. So use pointer variable, pointer p. Don't use just p, because just p gives you address and pointer p gives you value at that address location. What is the value at that address location? 100x. So here pointer p means x not equal to slash 0. Condition true. Again entry to the while loop. Length plus plus, and don't use I. Instead of that use p plus plus, increment pointer What is the meaning of incrementation of pointer? Whatever may be the address into the P, it is incremented by one cell. Now size of character is only 1 byte. So 100 plus P plus means 101. But if it is integer pointer, then 102, 2 bytes incremented. Understood the meaning? If it is float pointer, P is float pointer, then that address location incremented by 4 bytes. Now this is a character array, so it incremented by only one character. That means P length, initially length is what? Initially length is 0. After that, first entry length becomes 1, and P now P becomes 101 and stores the address as a 101. Now complete. Pointer P. Now what is the value at that address location? Y. So y not equal to /0, condition true. Again entry to the length plus means length becomes 2. P means P becomes 102. So now P points to 102th location, that is Z location. Okay, so pointer P means value at that address location. What is the value at that address location? Z. So Z not equal to /0, condition true. Again entry length plus means it becomes 3. Then P it becomes 103. And 103, what is the character at that address location? /0. So /0 not equal to /0 condition false. After while loop printf length of the string is equal to %d. So what is the value at that length variable? 3. So message is length of the string is equal to 3. In this way we can solve the problem statement either using array or either using pointer type of variable. Understood the meaning? Okay, so today we will stop here.